Hey guys, Tyler O'Connor and Landon O'Connor here with Simplistic Fishing. Today we're talking about our top 3 rod and reel combos and why we chose them. So stick around, hopefully we got some good content for you. All right, let's get started. Landon didn't want to go first, so I guess I'm going to go first. I'm going to talk about my first one, and that is going to be not specific to rod manufacturer because I don't really care about rod manufacturer as long as you're getting good quality. But this is going to be a 610 power medium. I've got a Ducket rod here that I use it on. This is what I use for my jerkbaits, but I'll also use it for smaller crankbaits. So like those shallow diving crankbaits, those little bitty ones, those really small ones that don't weigh very much. That is money for this bait. And jerkbaits, I love this thing. Now, as far as the reel goes, I have a custom light lose on here with a 7:5 to 1 gear ratio. Hopefully you can see that there. And so, Landon, that's probably going to be my my number one favorite. So, pound tests. I think I got 12 on here right now, but as you know, I like going light line. So, I mean, I could go all the way down to 10 and it wouldn't bother me. But I think I'll stick with 12 for right now. So, what do you got?
Okay, so he did the jerkbait. I don't really throw jerkbait that much, so I did a crankbait rod as my top 3. I chose the Team Lose Custom Pro. This is a 7.5 to 1, but you can throw in a 6.4 to 1 too. Got 12 pound tests, 7 foot moderate fast, or 7 foot medium heavy moderate fast. And this thing's got a really good tip on it. It's a G Loomis E6X, pretty good price.
Yeah, good quality.
Now I got a red loopless crankbait out here for this time of year. Yeah, what's your number 2?
Well, let's talk about it. All right, so it's my turn. On to my second rod and reel setup that I pick out of my top 3. This next one is going to be, this is a Sensory by 6 Cents. It's a 7.7 heavy. Landon knows me and he knows that I like to fish jigs. So I had to go with something heavy where I could fish the jig. And then I was also thinking that if times got rough or maybe the timing was right in the springtime, I could bust on some braid on this puppy if I had to, and I only had 3 rods, and I could do some frogging or some topwater too. So try to kind of pick that rod for that reason, but I really like it for jigs and heavier type stuff. I've got it rigged on a Shimano SLX DC. Pretty high gear ratio here, 8 to 2 to 1. And here's the Sensory rod. If you guys haven't gone out to 6 Cents and checked out their rods, these things are tight. They are very, very nice. So, Landon, that would be my my number 2 of 3. Let's talk about your number 2.
Alrighty. So, I like to fish moving bait, so I did my favorite moving bait rod. So, this isn't my chatterbait rod, but I got chatterbait on here. It's a Shimano X Pride. It is a 7.2 medium heavy fast action. And I got a Corrado DC on here. I think we got 20 pound test, 15 to 20. That's what I normally like. And yeah, it's got a really good action. This chatterbait, you can feel it all. And got throwing this on a 7.5 to 1. And that'll be my preferred moving bait rod.
Guys, I know I talk a lot about the 6 Cents rods, but Landon's really big on the Shimano stuff, and I'm telling you, these X Prides, they are bad to the bone. You pay a little bit of price for them, a little bit of, I guess, really comparatively, the 6 Cents about the same, but man, those things are nice. If you want to save up your money and buy one of those, you'll definitely get a lot more feel, a lot more action from the rods. So, all right, well, let's talk about my number 3, Landon. I'm going to go with my favorite of all times, and that is going to be a 7.3 medium heavy. This one specifically is guess what? It's a 6 Cents rod. It's a unicorn. No surprise there that it's a 6 Cents rod. I've fallen in love with those things. I would say this is going to be my all-around go-to rod. I can use this for cranking. I can use it for shaky heads, my favorite, Texas rigs, drop shots if I wanted to. I mean, pretty much I consider this my universal rod. I probably use this rod more than the other ones. I actually have another one that's a 7.2 medium heavy just like this, and I probably have those on the deck 95% of the time. Only time I wouldn't is, when you and I go out, we're doing like really deep fishing, Carolina regularly, all that heavy stuff, and we're just going with it. So, what would be your third?
Well, we're surprised. It's the exact same thing.
Hey,
7.3 medium heavy unicorn. So I got a little bit different reel on here. This is a Shimano Chronarch. I like to throw my slow baits, my slow bait rod. I throw it an 8 to 5 to 1. Catch up line quicker when they run at you. And I got 15-pound Seagar and Vizex. And yeah, here I did most of the specs on the rod. It's an awesome rod.
definitely is. And I know that, I think you said what you had 15 on there or 12? 15. So he doesn't really like 12 pounds or anything lower. Pretty much born and raised in Texas, born in Missouri, but Texas all his life, so he likes that heavier line. But I actually like throwing that on 12-pound tests, especially if I'm throwing the shaky head. I feel like I get more feel for it. So
I set the hook hard.
he does set the hook hard, and I've seen him bust the line several times, and hopefully you guys are going to get to see him bust the line here pretty soon once we get back out on the water. So anyways, hey, stick around. We're going to have more content for you. Again, we're getting back out on the lake pretty soon. We just got to wait for this weather to pass. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and number one, make sure you comment. Give us your feedback. We'd love to hear it. We'll talk to you soon.